We're all loaded and ready to go. Suitcases are on. We've said goodbye, returned all the keys, and we're traveling to another part of Israel today, saying goodbye to Ron Beach. We're on our way through the Palestinian West Bank and then to Jerusalem.
Prayers, works, joys, and sufferings of this day, for all the intentions of your Sacred Heart, in union with the holy sacrifice of the Mass throughout the world, in reparation for the intentions of the Holy Father.
Here we are.
Amen.
And there's our driver, David, expert driver number 1 in Israel.
Once we cross the borders, then I'm gonna have to drive like 5-6 miles north to come to Sebastia. Sebastia is the name of the city.
The almond trees are in bloom. Spring has arrived.
So the city from the time of the King Herod. This is one of the, you see the Herodian stones right there? That's one of the towers right there.
The Herodian stones, one of the towers
That's
from
all
King
Herodian, 2,000
King
years
Herod the
old.
Great.
And this is where we would have come through the gate of the city. You see both towers on both sides right here. This would have been actually some of those
Look on the
pillars
left.
on the left are still standing. Wow.
From King Herod the Great's time.
Of King Herod,
Along
yes.
this colonnaded
And
street.
Also, if they were to dig next to those, you will uncover.
For security issues, we're switching buses. We got everybody off that used bathrooms. We're going on this bus into the West Bank here, into up to Nablus,
Yeah.
Shechem. Here's our new driver. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, folks, everybody happy? We finally can see ahead of us the Greek Orthodox Church of the Well of Jacob. Jacob's Well is under this.
You hear the water splash down there. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Did you hear that? Yeah.
Jesus left Judea in the south and went away again up through these mountains, through Nablus to Galilee. And he had to pass through Samaria. So he came to a city of Samaria called Sychar, near the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph, who is also buried here. And Jacob's well was there, right there. So Jesus, being wearied from his journey, was sitting by the well, right here. Jesus sitting right here by the well. It was about the 6th hour. There came a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." His disciples had gone away into the city to buy food. Therefore the Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, being a Jew, ask me for a drink, since I am a Samaritan woman?"
When I pull it out.
I don't know.
You hear the water splash down there. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Did you hear that? Yeah. When I pull it out. They weren't as sophisticated, but this is high tech, as you can see.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
You can do it, you can do it.
Now Jesus sat at the well and got a drink. So all of you are
Just
welcome
so you
to.
know, this is good water for you to drink.
Yeah, we're going to pass a plastic cup and a tin cup around if you'd like to try it.
Good. That's the only exercise I get on my phone.
Okay. And this is the man sitting on the patio who built the church and painted all those pictures. So after seeing Jacob's Well, we drove back out of Nablus to Sebastia, an archaeological site. And you can see somebody crossed out, but the sign's still there, Sebastia. We're arriving back in Sebastia again. The first time we just drove in here to use restrooms and switch buses. Now after Nablus and Jacob's Well, we're coming back again. Now we're going to have lunch and mass and tour the site of Sebastia. Well, we're back in Sebastia. We're getting off our bus, our loaner bus there, and we're stopping at the Samaria restaurant. But first I want to show you a sign. Back this way. That sign there says John the Baptist tomb. If we went right down that narrow little road, we would come to the tomb of John the Baptist and Elisha the prophet. Although their bones are no longer there, they are in St. Macaris in Egypt. But our bus won't fit down that road, so we're not going to be able to see that, but I'll tell everybody after lunch. And we've arrived for lunch here in Samaria. What a treat for everyone.
Yes, we have some
Already got the local salads, and there's the sata, a Turkish salad.
Yes.
That's her, maybe lebna, olive oil,
I'm trying to see what that tastes like.
tahini sauce.
We are going to use our homemade bread. This is called taboon. See, this is baked in a clay stove in the ground over heated stones. Take a piece of the bread, and we have on the table, okay please, if you want to watch this, dip the bread in the olive oil, and next to the olive oil there is a plate which has zatar, thyme, hyssop.
It's
So
the
you-
green powder one.
Yes. So you dip the bread in the olive oil, then in the thyme, then you give it to the beautiful lady over here. She will have it. All right. Please. All right. Okay. All right.
where we had our lunch. There's our bus waiting for us. Camels, but we're not riding those. We already did that in Jordan. Here's my wife Janet getting ready to go. And we're now beginning our tour here of Sebastia. And we're going to go right up that road and we're going to see the ancient ruins and the ivory palace of King Ahab and Jezebel. Because the bones of John the Baptist were right down that village, this is a huge basilica to John the Baptist, knowing that he was buried here. We're going up now to more of the archaeological site, to the ivory palace of King Ahab. Churches that Queen Helena built when she came here in the 300s. This one here in Sebastia.
The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which we may end. Number 2 was...
These are the front steps of King Ahab's ivory palace, where Elijah came and said, "You are the troubler of Israel." Are you the troubler of Israel?
Or do you mean your wife?
Here's our group's winding its way back down from the archaeological site here and going there, and we're going to right over there to our bus. We're heading south on the Freeway 6 from Sebastia down to the Elah Valley where David killed Goliath. All right, these are the slings that my grandkids made. Show them there. Got one for each family. Look at my grandkids made these wonderful slings and they're really working good and everybody's having a lot of fun with them. Of Israel, we're up here on this mountain, on this side. You can imagine them all there. And David is standing up there looking across and the Philistines are over there. And they're shouting back and forth across this valley. Here, Goliath comes down there and they meet in the middle. Goliath is going to kill him with a sword. David flings that stone at him and Goliath hits the ground. That's the new David and Goliath battle right there. That's an Israeli jet right there. That's an Israeli military aircraft. He took his stick in his hand and he chose for himself 5 smooth stones from the brook. This brook right here, folks, that you're standing in. And he put them in his shepherd's bag, which he had even in his pouch. And his sling was in his hand. Haha, you got slings in your hand. Everybody except you, but you'll get it when I'm done. And he approached the Philistine. He picked up the stone, he approached over the Philistine. For the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into my hands. Do you imagine the kind of faith he had to do? He's either absolutely insane, or he's got a whole hell of a lot of faith to say that in front of this guy who's about ready to run that spear and hold him up in the air with it. David ran quickly toward the battle line. He didn't run away, he ran right towards him to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand into his bag, took from it a stone, just like you all have now, and he slung it. And it struck the Philistine right in the forehead. And the stone sank into his forehead, and he fell to the ground. He never knew what hit him. Yeah, I added that part. We're gonna, Father David seems like he's got this, and he's certainly got the right name for it. Whoa, look at that. Hey. If you want to see this, come look.
It comes with the name. Redo.
Yeah. Dangerous here. Watch Father David. Here it goes. Whoa. That thing went halfway across the valley. Very good. Stones are flying everywhere. Look at all these folks trying out their slings. How you doing, Bill? Is he doing all right, Sue?
Good. He's a good pitcher.
What a rip.
Yes, indeed, I saw you.
I think you've done it as good as anybody I've seen. Everybody spread out to try out their slings.
Do you put it on your pinky or your first finger?
Any finger you feel comfortable with.
It hit me.
After a great adventurous day, we arrived at Jerusalem and the Notre Dame in time to check in and to have dinner and to go to Mass and then to get to bed. See you tomorrow.